I visited the winery, I did some measurements, and what do I have? I have a detailed site plan. You can either drive there to any of your projects, or you can use InQI, type in an address, and get all of the details of the project plus a lot more within a few seconds. So while we're here in that beautiful Napa Valley, taking out a couple of projects for our clients, where we're going to build facilities, we're going to stop at Dariush Winery. This is one of my favorite places. It's one of those places that if you're ever up here, you got to see it. Just take a look at what it's going to look like. The gates open up, and the front is just like Persepolis. This gentleman has spent a lot of money making this place be one of the best top places here in Napa Valley. Just take a look at this place. This is over 30 acres, and this is the center of it. Look at the architecture that I put together in here. Beautiful. Inside is huge. It's beautiful. Just go, let's take a look and see what's going to look like inside. So if you get to here, check out the water features on the side. You have a water feature on this side, water feature on this side. In the video, you notice that we drove from down here, we went to the site, we walked around here, and we walked to the site. This is a 30-acre property. Within 30 seconds, I got elevations, I got roof lines, I got every piece of information you can imagine of this property. I can generate site plans for it. But let's talk about all the areas that we visited, but look at it from the above, right? So let's take a look at that. So part of it was that we came in and we drove from here and we went down and parked to the side. So wondering how far a distance did we drive from the road to get to the parking space? Easy, because everything is to scale. Click once. You drove here, you went here, and we parked here. So about 673 feet we drove to get to the front. The data is the king. We have all the pieces of data and information there, right? Now, let's zoom in. During that process, we walked in, and I was standing here on the steps, and I talked about these water features. Now, you can see it from the above. You know it's a water feature. You can see it from here. And you can measure it. You can basically go in and say, let me see. So this from here to here is about a 40 feet water feature, right? 40 linear foot water feature. We walked up here, took a look at a bunch of stuff here. Then we walked up to this area, and you can see I started talking on this section, and walked up to this area. So we're going to take a look at this amazing place. This is one of the places that grow grapes, but let's go take a look. In this place, one of the things that we have is the ability for him, and if you look to the left and look to the right, is acres and acres of land. Now, if you were going to measure this place, it's going to take days, but we're going to bring a tool called InQI that's going to measure it within seconds to the inch. That's the benefit of InQI. Now, these are the places where they plant the wines, right? The grapes. And I was wondering when we were there, how big of space are they planting, right? So let's just take a look at this space, right? This section. You know, how many square footages are they planting here? Now, when you're there, you can't figure it out. You can probably walk it, and it will take us, I don't know, a few hours for this section at least, right? Or we use the tools that we have. So let's take a look. We are going to take a look and see what we got. We have that. And my video was like, this is, so this area, right? So what we were doing is they were standing here, but this area, this by itself is 319,000 square feet of planting. Now, when we're standing there looking around, they couldn't figure out how big it was, but this is huge. Now, another thing that we did was that we went in and walked into this area. You can't see it from here. You can somewhat see it. This is little sections, actually. This is a little outdoor wine tasting area, right? So in this shaded area, that's where we do the wine tasting. Landscaped throughout the process, so you can have a private sitting area and have guests and friends enjoy the wine and the food and the ambience of here. This is a great place to come in and enjoy your time. From the above, we're going to take a look at it from InQI and see what's going to look like, measurements and everything, and then we're going to show the plan. So within this section, we can go in and start taking a look at these areas that we have developed. I was standing here talking about it. So basically, looking at using InQI, you have the ability to get a lot more information about the property itself than anything else. Now, you're wondering how much hardscape is in there? You basically go through these InQI layers and you enable the hardscape selection. You'll find all of the areas. You can see all the areas that it is put in. You can go into the InQI selection and say, let's find out, how much low vegetation areas are there. And it finds all of the grapevines actually that we planted, most of them. So all this stuff is not picking up. Now, all this said and done, the value is this. I can go to this section and I can say, give me a site plan, right? And simply by clicking on request a site plan, I'll get the most detailed site plan for this 31 acre or 30 some acre property delivered to me within, about a minute. There is no other product that can do that for you with this accuracy and with this user interface that I can give you. Look, the site plan is here already, right? As I was talking. So if you open up a site plan, I'm going to open it up here. In the last, 5 minutes that we're talking, I visited the winery, I did some measurements, and what do I have? I have a detailed site plan that I can now use to develop my projects with. So have in mind, you can either drive there to any of your projects, or you can use InQI, type in an address, and get all of the details of the project plus a whole lot more within a few seconds.